Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be looking at the size difference between the new Horus Heresy plastics and the Primaris range. And we're going to be talking about the size differences between the old Horus Heresy plastics and the new Horus Heresy plastics. So let's jump in and let's get talking. Right, so what we have in front of us right here is the current plastic range for the Horus Heresy stuff. When I say current plastic range, everything here is a plastic model and it was sold as Horus Heresy. So over here is the Cataphracti guy, in the middle is the Mark IV guy, and of course we have the brand new Fafnir Rann model. The Cataphracti and the Mark IV were from the Mark of Calf set, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that was like a pre-release box set from Games Workshop for those who don't know. The big question is now, what everyone's been asking themselves, what is the size difference? Well, as you can see right now, look at Fafnir Rann let's just get this chap out of the way. Look at Fafnir Rann to the size of this Mark IV Marine. You can definitely tell there's a size difference. Now, there's two things to think about when we think about this. Is one, is it because he's an HQ unit and HQ units are a little bit bigger, so they've pumped them up a little bit? And two, is it actually a big thing, like a big noticeable thing? For me, I would say yes, it is noticeable. If I was to put these chaps next to each other, as you see him right now, you could definitely tell Fafnir Rann is bigger. If we look at the poses they've got, yes, Fafnir Rann is kind of walking, so he's kind of crouched, but this guy is kind of crouched as well with this leg. So they're not fully upright, they're not fully stood upright, but if they were fully stood upright, again, you can tell by just the size of Fafnir that this model is definitely designed to be a bigger model. If we can compare Fafnir with the Cataphracti Terminator, again, this is another case as well. So the Cataphracti Terminator, these both look the same size to me. The Cataphracti looks probably a little bit bigger because the base I designed him on is a bit of rubble, so he's not actually sat on the actual plastic base. I'm sorry, this is the only model I had to hand. So I think that's why it just builds him up to more or less Fafnir's height. If he didn't have that little thin layer of base on him, I would argue that the Cataphracti would be smaller than Fafnir Rann, which again goes towards the evidence that maybe the Horus Heresy is receiving this scale increase, the scale increase that we've all debated about now, you know, with the new Horus Heresy box set that's going to be coming out very, very soon, well, hopefully by this year. Is that going to be scaled increase to match, you know, technically the new Fafnir Rann plastic height? We've got it with like some of the other models as well, especially the Imperial Fist ones, which I do have in the other room. I should have prepared them for this video, I'm sorry. They are actually bigger than some of the other stuff as well, and I've actually did a video on that, comparing it to that. I'll link that in the description of this video. I'll post it like up top up here somewhere. But yeah, I've already done a video on that, and they look a little bit bigger, but then I've seen evidence of like the Ultramarine characters where they actually looked smaller. So I'm not sure if it's like GW is still confused with the scale. I really don't know what's going on, but from what I can see, the models I own, the scale is definitely increasing. Again, if we bring just a normal Primaris Marine in, so this is just my Imperial Fist Primaris. If we put the bases like that, if I try and show you, you can definitely see like the Primaris is bigger. Again, I say his head is a little bit bigger. The shoulder pack, as you can see there, the power pack, should I say, is just a little bit bigger, but there's not really a lot in there. And from the lore, which we've been getting now, this is what it's supposed to be like. The Primaris are just a little bit bigger than Firstborn Marines. Again, this guy is not fully stood up. He's crouching, just like Fafnir Rann is crouching. I tried to like match the pose on this one, and I think it's actually like a mirrored pose. So I think this is the closest we're going to get to like a Primaris Marine and Fafnir. And again, let me get this in the middle. I personally think that is absolutely perfect. I really do hope that the Firstborn Marines that we have in the range now get redesigned like this. This type of height, of course, all brand new models. As much as I love Primaris Marines, because I've got a full army of Primaris Marines, and as much as like we joke on like Firstborn Marines and stuff like that, I'm an Adeptus Astartes fan. I love Space Marines, so I want them to keep going with the Firstborn Marines and the Primaris. To be fair, they're all the same to me. I just want new models, new sculpts, and just new badass stuff to look at. So if they can redesign it and have it at this scale, I will be perfectly happy. If we just get rid of this chap and put him over here for a second, this is Fafnir compared to Gravis. Again, you can definitely see how big Gravis is compared to him, how chunky it is. A little bit, actually, if we bring the Primaris guy in as well, you can see the Primaris to the Gravis, and the Gravis to the Primaris, and the Gravis to Fafnir Rann. That is how big the scale of that model is. Again, for me, I personally think that this is definitely a scale increase. I understand why people are still not convinced, because there's different, there's different models out there that are saying different things. But from what I can see right here in front of me now, that's just why I'm making this video, is I personally think there is a scale increase for the Horus Heresy miniatures. I'm not too sure if that is going to be going across the entire range. Maybe it's just for the HQ characters, like I said. Hopefully soon, when we get our hands on that eventual Horus Heresy box set, we will see everything that comes out. Like the Mark 6 Marines, have they been increased in scale? But yeah, it's kind of insane. For me, it's insane in a good way. I like it. Bigger models means, for me as a painter, I can paint a little bit better. I can do a little bit more. So yeah, I am extremely happy in the direction that they're apparently going in with this model redesign. Of course, I can understand some people's anger, maybe because I've seen people being upset, saying, I've got an entire Horus Heresy army already. Are they got to look out of scale? I completely get that. Hopefully, it's not too much out of scale, and it looks fine if it does go to a bigger scale. Anyway, that's me done for another video. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. I just wanted to share this off. And yeah, if you've got any thoughts, feedback, anything like that, then let me know in the comment section, and we can have a nice little talk down there. See you now, and bye bye.